In 2025, Greece is undergoing a remarkable transformation in its military capabilities, marking a dramatic shift from the austerity and financial instability that plagued the nation during the previous decade. After years of budget cuts, economic bailouts, and a long struggle to recover from the Eurozone debt crisis, Greece is now repositioning itself as a modern military power in the Eastern Mediterranean. With growing tensions in the Aegean Sea and increasing instability in nearby regions like the Middle East and North Africa, Greece recognizes the urgent need to modernize its armed forces. The government has committed to a massive €25 billion defense modernization program stretching to 2036, an ambitious yet strategic effort to overhaul outdated equipment, strengthen homeland security, and adapt to new forms of warfare, including cyber and drone threats. This transformation is not just about acquiring new hardware. It represents a holistic modernization strategy, revamping military doctrine, integrating advanced technologies, and investing in defense partnerships with powerful allies such as the United States, France, and Israel. The goal is clear: to build a capable, flexible, and technologically advanced military force that can operate effectively in joint missions while independently defending Greek territory and interests. Greece has embarked on a €25 billion defense modernization program, set to span until 2036. This initiative focuses on integrating advanced technologies across all branches of the military, including the acquisition of new submarines, drones, a communications satellite, and the development of the Achilles Shield, a comprehensive air defense system. The Hellenic Air Force is undergoing substantial upgrades. Plans include acquiring 20 F-35A stealth fighters from the United States, with an option for 20 more in the future. Additionally, Greece is upgrading its existing fleet of F-16s to the advanced Viper model and has already procured 24 Rafale fighter jets from France. Greece's naval modernization includes the procurement of 3 Belhara-class frigates from France, with discussions underway for a fourth. The Hellenic Navy is also considering acquiring 2 used Bergamini-class frigates from Italy and is exploring participation in the U.S. Navy's Constellation-class frigate program. A cornerstone of Greece's modernization effort is the Achilles Shield, a multi-layered air defense system designed to counter aerial and drone threats. This system will integrate high, medium, and short-range surface-to-air missile systems, along with a sophisticated radar network to detect and categorize airborne threats. Recognizing the importance of cyber warfare, Greece is investing in advanced electronic warfare systems and secure satellite communication capabilities. These enhancements aim to bolster Greece's cybersecurity infrastructure and ensure secure communication across all military branches. Greece continues to strengthen its defense ties with key allies, including France, the United States, and Israel. These partnerships facilitate technology transfers, joint exercises, and collaborative defense projects, reinforcing Greece's position within NATO and the EU. Despite the substantial investment in defense, Greece has managed to maintain a surprisingly balanced fiscal approach, something that might seem contradictory at first glance given the country's tumultuous financial history. A little over a decade ago, Greece was at the epicenter of the European debt crisis. Bailouts, austerity, and budget cuts dominated headlines, and the Greek defense budget was among the areas hardest hit. But in 2025, things have taken a turn. With a recovering economy and a renewed sense of purpose, the Greek government has not only decided to restore its military might, but to do so strategically, without letting history repeat itself. One of the key components of this careful balance lies in Greece's recent request to the European Commission. The Greek government is asking Brussels to exempt €500 million of its planned defense spending for 2026 from standard EU fiscal rules. This exemption would fall under what's known as the Fiscal Escape Clause, a mechanism designed to give member states some flexibility in extraordinary circumstances, be it a pandemic, a war, or in this case, a significant shift in the regional security landscape. This isn't just a random request out of financial desperation. It's backed by a broader proposal from the European Commission itself. The proposal allows all EU member states to increase their defense spending by up to 1.5% of GDP annually for 4 consecutive years, without triggering the EU's strict budget deficit limit of 3%. Essentially, it's a green light to spend more on defense without facing the usual financial penalties. And for Greece, this exemption could not come at a better time. Given Greece's geographic location, on the edge of Europe, bordering both the Balkans and the volatile Eastern Mediterranean, defense isn't just a matter of national pride. It's a matter of survival and sovereignty. Over the years, tensions with Turkey over territorial waters, airspace, and energy exploration have flared up frequently. In such a region, the ability to project military strength acts as a deterrent and a reassurance to the public. But Greece is playing the game wisely. Instead of rushing headfirst into arms deals or ballooning its defense budget unsustainably, it's anchoring its military revival in long-term planning and smart partnerships. The Greek military's €25 billion modernization program is spread out over more than a decade, allowing for gradual upgrades that won't overwhelm the national budget. From fighter jets and submarines to missile defense systems and cyber capabilities, every investment is part of a broader strategy aimed at future-proofing the country's defense posture. Furthermore, these investments are not being made in isolation. Greece is working closely with allies like the United States, France, and Israel. These partnerships aren't just about buying hardware. They're about technology transfers, joint training exercises, and developing a level of interoperability that makes Greece a more integrated and valuable member of NATO and the EU defense community. In essence, Greece isn't trying to build a military force that can stand alone. It's building one that can work effectively with others in the face of any threat. Also, many of the defense contracts Greece is signing come with offset agreements, meaning part of the manufacturing or technological development will take place inside Greece, benefiting the local economy. Jobs are being created. Tech firms are getting contracts. Engineers, scientists, and defense professionals are gaining experience. This is not just a military revival. It's an economic stimulus wrapped in camouflage. Yet, with all this modernization, Greece is not turning into a military state. Civilian control over the armed forces remains firm. The investments are being made transparently, with parliamentary oversight, and with regular updates to the public. The Greek government knows that its citizens, many of whom still remember the painful years of austerity, need to see results, not just in terms of jets flying overhead or warships docking at ports, but in how these investments impact national security, job creation, and Greece's role on the world stage. By 2025, Greece has managed to thread a difficult needle, rapidly modernizing its military while avoiding the financial recklessness of the past. The request to the EU for budget flexibility is not a sign of weakness, but a calculated move within a wider European understanding that collective security sometimes requires bending the fiscal rules. Greece is no longer the financial burden of Europe. It's becoming one of its most strategically essential members. Ultimately, Greece's military transformation is not just about hardware and strategy. It's a powerful signal to the region and the world. It says Greece is back. Not just as a tourist paradise or a cultural treasure, but as a serious, sovereign nation with a strong voice and a capable hand on the wheel of its future. And that future, built on careful planning, smart alliances, and resilient institutions, is looking stronger than ever.